The desert is a world of stark, mesmerizing beauty, vast dunes, endless horizons, and a sky that never relents. But beneath this beauty lies a harsh reality. Water is scarce, the sun is merciless, and the wind is a force of destruction. For people living on the desert's edge, survival is a daily struggle. Crops wither, villages vanish, and dust storms choke entire cities. The desert is not static. It expands, turning fertile land into wasteland, a process called desertification. For millions, this isn't a distant threat. It's a battle for their homes and their future. The world's great deserts like the Gobi and Taklamakan once seemed untamable, permanent barriers to life and progress. The idea of making the desert bloom felt like fantasy. Yet, faced with crisis, humanity was forced to try. The struggle to reclaim lost ground is one of the great environmental stories of our time, a testament to innovation and persistence. In China, the desert is not a distant wilderness. It's a growing neighbor. The Gobi and Taklamakan deserts relentlessly expand, swallowing land and threatening millions. At its peak, desertification consumed over 2,000 square kilometers of grassland each year, displacing entire communities and costing billions. Sandstorms, known as the Yellow Dragon, would blanket cities like Beijing in choking dust. In response, China launched the Great Green Wall, a monumental belt of trees stretching for thousands of miles. Billions of trees were planted, but the desert proved a formidable opponent. In the harshest regions, trees struggled to survive. The dream of a green barrier faded. A new approach was needed, one that worked with the desert, not against it. Planting trees in the desert seemed logical, until reality set in. The sand is alive, constantly shifting. Saplings are buried or exposed, their roots scorched or starved. Survival rates were dismal, most trees died within a year. The sand itself is barren, lacking nutrients and unable to hold water. Rain or irrigation vanishes deep below, out of reach for young roots. The vision of a green wall clashed with the harsh truth. Before trees could grow, the sand had to be tamed. The ground needed stability, a foundation for life. The desert wasn't ready for a forest. It needed a protective cradle. That cradle would come from an unexpected source. The answer wasn't high-tech, it was humble straw, the leftover stalks from wheat and rice harvests. Once burned or discarded, straw was now abundant, cheap, and biodegradable. Straw is tough, absorbs moisture, and as it decomposes, enriches the sand with nutrients. The idea used straw as a construction material, not just waste. By building a grid of straw walls across the dunes, the wind's force could be broken and the sand held in place. This was a shift in thinking, working with the wind, not fighting it. Straw grids calmed the sand, creating pockets of stability. China's vast farms provided endless raw material. An ancient cycle of harvest and waste became a new cycle of restoration. The straw checkerboard method is brilliantly simple. Workers dig shallow trenches, place straw upright, and press sand back, forming a vast grid of squares across the dunes. This grid tames the wind, slowing it down and trapping sand within each square. The once-moving dunes are pinned in place. But the checkerboard does more. It creates microhabitats. Seeds and organic debris settle in the squares, protected from the wind. The straw provides shade and holds precious moisture, giving seeds a chance to sprout. Over time, hardy desert plants take root, their roots binding the sand even more. As the straw decomposes, it enriches the sand, creating the first layer of soil. A self-sustaining ecosystem begins to grow. The yellow checkerboard slowly turns green. What was once barren sand becomes a living landscape. The desert is transformed, one square at a time. The straw checkerboard's origin lies in the 1950s, during the construction of the Baotou-Lanzhou Railway across the Tengger Desert. Engineers battled shifting dunes that buried tracks overnight. Stone walls failed, trees couldn't survive, and the project was at risk. Inspiration struck when workers noticed that debris and shrubs stabilized the sand. Soviet and Chinese experts experimented with straw from nearby farms. By partially burying straw in upright lines, they created the first checkerboard grids. The effect was immediate. Sand stopped moving, tracks stayed clear. This accidental discovery became the foundation of China's desert control strategy. The railway was saved, and the method soon protected highways, cities, and farmland. A simple, nature-inspired solution had outsmarted the desert. Early checkerboards were made by hand, slow, grueling work under the desert sun. As technology advanced, machines replaced shovels, laying straw grids faster and more efficiently. Tractors and specialized plows now create furrows, while machines inject straw at precise intervals. Drones survey the desert, targeting critical areas and tracking progress. Scientists have developed new biodegradable materials and water-absorbing polymers to boost the checkerboard's effectiveness. This blend of ancient wisdom and modern tech has supercharged restoration efforts. The straw checkerboard is now a global model, adopted in Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. It's proof that simple, nature-based solutions can solve daunting environmental problems. From humble straw, a green legacy is woven. Humanity can work with nature and heal the land.